Yo, what's going on, guys? So today, I have a movie that I've been really excited about since I found out about it. That's Supergirl. I won't lie to you and say I know much about the character before going into the movie, other than she's Clark's cousin and she's a drunk or some shit. But hey, here we are. Let's get this thing started. So to start out, we see this drunk, young, and not so much down on her luck character, but he doesn't really give a shit about anything. Before, the plot of the movie happens, which what happens to her, yeah, it's pretty messed up, but there was definitely an easier way to solve her problem. But yeah, so while she's given a problem from this child, you fucking need a sidekick by her side that wants revenge on the people that she has a problem with. And my problem is that Supergirl really didn't give a shit about this problem that this girl told her about. Much more about what she needs to do, and yeah, I just wasn't messing with that. One thing I can say about this movie is it does have some pretty good pacing. Like, I feel like we just got right into it, and we were just moving, man. And maybe a tad bit too much. I don't know if it's just me, but this movie seemed a little short. And I didn't really get to a point in the story where I could really relax and take some time to understand our character more. And she talks about this big bad thing that she had to do when she was so young. And she's just so gung-ho about not letting this child get revenge. But they never show us what exactly she's referencing and why I should care. The side characters in this are pretty generic except for Jason Momoa. He plays the character Lobo pretty well, and he always adds to the viewing experience to whatever I'm watching. So hey, positive for the movie there. But the little girl that traveled with her pretty much reminded me of the little boy from Deadpool 2. You guys remember him? Yeah, so she's him, but in space this time. The action was solid, I guess, in this movie. Like, it's a little hard to make the stakes high for such OP characters like the Kryptonians. So you either kind of have to have them fight another Kryptonian, or write a very, very good reason as to why the character is hard nerfed. Because if you're going to show me a character that is OP, the action that I'm watching has to be really, really good for me to have fond memories of what I'm watching. And I won't even really get started on the villain because there really isn't much of anything to say about the motherfucker. He might very well be the most useless, forgettable villain that I've ever seen. Maybe ever? Because I lie to you not, guys. When he first appeared on my screen, I thought he was an underling, or like one of those goons for the main villain, you know? So the look of shock on my face when I realized this was going to be the main villain of the story was quite something. It was like he was trolling me throughout the entire movie. It was really strange. I did feel on one hand that Supergirl at one part of the movie, I won't say much of which part, but I felt like she genuinely is the sole reason that a few people died in this film. And from making just one certain decision, and I really didn't like that at all. And if you watch the movie, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. And it's like, well, why didn't you just do the opposite of what you just did, and it would have been a way better outcome? And then no one in the movie mentions it again. She doesn't mourn them. She doesn't really mourn them. She doesn't feel sorry. It's really strange. So, you guys, this movie isn't awful, and it's not terrible either. I will have to say it's a pretty forgettable, and boy, I hope the next DCU movie is better, because I don't know how much backlash this universe is going to be able to take before it crumbles entirely. The DC universe at the moment is pretty much a complete mess with a couple good sprinkles of good in there. You've had a lot of shitty movies and just forgettable ones straight from DC, and the general public are becoming tone deaf to it at this point. So I hope they turn around. I really do. So in the end, I'll rate this movie a 5.5 out of 10. Thanks for watching, guys. I have more videos for you guys soon. Thanks. Love you. Peace.